Now for the final letter, we're going to do an S in the lower right corner in the opposite spot that the H is. So once again, you always start with a vertical line. We're going to draw a 3-inch vertical line closer to the bottom of the paper and try to keep it as far from the horizon line as you can. You can circle the top and bottom of this line to help you find those points and connect both the top and the bottom to the left and right vanishing points. Remember, don't draw over your other letters. Just skip over the M if you run into it. Now you have what looks like a wall below you. We want to cut this off and make a larger space on the right where the S will be. It's going to face the same direction as the M. So make a vertical line off to the right-hand side, leaving more of a square-like space. And use your finger to make a line on the left-hand side for the thickness of the S. Since this box is below us, we're going to connect the tops of those side lines to the opposite vanishing points. Remember, don't draw over your other letters. Just skip over them. You should also be drawing these lines very lightly so that when you finish, you can always erase the extra marks. Now that we have a complete box, we can start sketching out the letter S. Since the S is a pretty tricky letter and the side of the box is warped in perspective, I'm going to make a horizontal dotted line to cut my box in half and a vertical dotted line to cut my box in half the other direction, kind of like our letter worksheet, to help me figure out exactly where the different parts of the S should be. Now that I can see how the 4 quadrants of the box get changed by perspective, I can sketch my S in so that it moves through those 4 sections the way I want it to, keeping the ends of my S in the corners and making sure the curves of my S touch the box on the edge. Of course, Sharpie over your letter when you're happy with it. Now there's one obvious corner on the tail of the S that needs to be connected to the vanishing point. So you can circle that and then connect it to the left vanishing point since the S is on the right-hand side of the starting line. Then once I shade in this section here, you can see how it's the end of the S. Obviously the top needs some more lines, so you're going to draw a tangent. Connect the end of the ruler and the edge of the curve on the same straight line. This is where the S curve is going to disappear out of view. Then draw the back edge, mimicking what happens on the front edge and the same way that it moves through the box. So keep your pencil the same distance away from the line the whole time, and what you'll create is a 3-dimensional S. Now you just have to Sharpie over all the lines that belong, erase all the lines that don't belong, and you can get rid of your horizon line now because you're done with it. And add some shading to your letter, and then it's complete.